Bruce Rauner. He was very revealing, and he talked about a lot of things that he plans to do in this
Forceful,
election.
you can think that this is a guy who knows he's a winner and up in the polls, doing well in his campaign.
What do you think about, he even dismissed the polls despite the fact that he's leading, saying, we're not going to just go with that. We have to do a good ground game. What do you think about that?
Always a ground game is necessary in a winning race like mine.
And how do you think he's going to affect the rest of the ticket? His leads right now?
Pretty good. I like Bruce because he's a social moderate, a fiscal conservative, someone who's pro-choice and someone who's going to balance the books in the middle of the spectrum like a lot of us in Illinois.
What do you say about the Democratic message yesterday that Bruce Rauner and Jim Oberweis are just too wealthy to be in touch with middle class?
The point of America is that we all want everyone to be wealthy, that we're a success-driven country. We want to make sure that, we Americans are not jealous of our fellow citizens. We don't want to pull people down just because they're successful. The class warfare message has never really worked well with the American people. It has worked with the European public.
Is it fair, though, to have that sort of money bankrolling a campaign? And is there too much money in politics, period?
I would say that, the Supreme Court has ruled that you can do with your own money in political speech what you want. And I say let freedom ring at that point, and I would agree with the Supreme Court decisions to, if you have made it, you should be allowed to spend it how you wish.
Now, Tammy Duckworth yesterday, given your military background, Tammy Duckworth made the case that Bruce Rauner in putting cash in the Cayman Islands is a deserter.
If we use comments like deserter and traitor, that normally those crimes have capital punishment consequences, I would say that rhetoric is probably too overblown for a country that wants to stick together and hang together.
Senator Kirk, you talked about Mr. Rauner being a social moderate. How do you know that, given that he has given no statement, for instance, on gay marriage?
As you know, I have endorsed gay marriage.
But Mr. Rauner has been silent on that. Don't voters need to have some window into that?
I will let him to make that. I will let him to make that decision. These days, if you are pro-choice, you are considered to be a social moderate. And he has told me over and over again that he and his wife are pro-choice.
What do you think that the momentum is showing right now? And if it is Republican?
It does seem that there's a lot of momentum on the Republican side.
And why?
Right now, the high-tech statistical operation of the Washington Post election lab says that there's an 82% chance of the Republicans taking control of the Senate next time. I think that shows an administration that is losing political oomph with the public.
So can Illinois ride a Rauner wave, one, and can they ride a national wave, two?
I think they probably will ride a national Republican wave in the coming election.
Do you think Rauner will have a wave of his own?
I think so. He has the right mix: social, moderate, fiscal, conservative.
Any new concerns about the way things are going in Iraq?
Yeah, a lot.
Tell me.
And worried about the safety and security of the several hundred Americans who are right now in the embassy.
So what should we be doing that we're not doing?
Right now, we should be making sure that we. I have heard that we've now been arming the Kurds, which I think is a good move
Two more questions.
to strengthen the North.
What's Pat Quinn's largest shortcoming in your dealings with him as a U.S. Senator?
The reason why I like Bruce Rauner is that what has passed his prologue as an investment banker, he's a deal maker. That I think of him as a chief executive officer who begins to bring deal. So deal by deal, we grow employers in Illinois. Once you're trying to attract employers to Illinois, then the overall enabling atmosphere becomes a critical issue for you. I think Bruce Rauner is the right guy who would change that atmosphere. Attract employer after employer to the state of Illinois, which we need.
Senator, last question. I think it's important for people, for voters to be able to see the full tax records of a candidate. Should Mr. Rauner be releasing these files to the public?
I would say I'm not going to beat up my guy on that, but let him make his own decision on that point.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, guys.